we get on here, we talk ball, we make jokes, we have fun. Sometimes things happen that just absolutely stink though, and this is one of those things. Elijah Arenas, meniscus tear. I think the report's 6 to 8 months he's out. Makes it even worse because he's literally coming off of the car accident stuff as well. Like it just he can't he just can't catch a break before his career even starts. And anyone who's watched him play, like Elijah Arenas is an absolute dog. Like the videos posted of him, I want to say it was maybe from last summer or something of just like busting NBA dudes. Like he's special, and it really sucks anytime anyone gets in these predicaments and doesn't get to play, which I mean he's pretty much out for the entire year. Um it just sucks in general. It sucks even more when it's someone who was gonna step on campus and immediately be a guy for Muss and be an absolutely electric watch. Sucks for college basketball, sucks for USC, sucks for fans. And I know Dion, like Elijah is one of your guys. So
Yeah.
like how are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it stinks. He can't catch a break right now. And I think that's an element of all this, like brutal 4 month stretch for a kid. And I definitely have him in my thoughts and prayers. And hopefully that he's able to stay strong, keep his head up through all this. Because it seemed like he was ramping back up to where he was before the car accident. And now this happens. It's going to test his mental fortitude. I think this kid's going to be just fine, though. I think this kid's a dog, like you said. He was my favorite prospect in this class. I love that his dad kept him just at like a regular school and was like, "We're not going to go the prep route, and you're just going to beat up on kids." And he produced like the most fun highlight tape I think we've had since like the early 2010s, maybe the mid 2010s. And it was just dominance the whole time. And like you said, he'd been beating up on NBA guys. I feel like Muss built the perfect team around him. Muss is also one of my guys, ex-Warriors coach. That's one of my dogs. So I feel for Muss a little bit too. He's had not the greatest few years stretch since that really good Arkansas team where he lost everybody pretty much to the NBA. But I felt like this was going to be the team. There's no better compliment to Elijah Arenas than Rodney Rice and Chad Baker-Mazara. I don't think Muss could have built a better team around Elijah. It not quite the same. We weren't talking about USC in the same lens we were talking about Kansas because I think everybody thinks Darren Peterson is so much better than Elijah. Sneaky, both rosters are very similar. We have our alpha dude and we have role players around him. I would argue the USC role players are a lot better though. So it's just really sad to see for USC, sad to see for Elijah not to be that guy. I still think he goes to the league.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2K Labs or maybe college football labs because the people behind 2K Labs have just built something awesome. CFBLabs.com has everything you need to play college football 26 even better. Cart, you've been playing the game, right?
I have been, but I'm behind the eight ball, Gregory. There's a lot of people out there who got a little bit of edge on me, but the good folks over at 2K Labs got me covered. They got the playbooks I need, the plays, the head-to-head coaches, knowing some teams. Obviously, way too many college football teams. I need the inside edge here, and they got all different types of things to help me get that edge.
Yeah, I jumped in and started playing Road to Glory over the weekend, and I ended up like a two-star recruit that did not get one snap in season one because I chose the wrong school with the wrong roster that was way too loaded. Had I known that CFBLabs.com exists, I would have made a much more wise decision in my Road to Glory mode. They've got teams, playbooks, coaches, team comparison tools. You can literally see every single play in the game, every player in the game, their rating, what they're good at, all in one consolidated place online to help you make the right choices and win more games in college football 26. CFBLabs.com. Go check it out.
Yeah, I just think it gets really risky. I mean, it's wild that this is like the USC tragedies, like when the Bronny stuff happened.
Yeah.
Like if Bronny wouldn't have been able to get back to what he was, no shot he comes back. Like it just becomes too much of a risk. Like even with NIL money and stuff, if I'm Elijah Arenas, like I've already torn my meniscus. I'm scared. Like the end all be all goal is to play in the league, especially when your dad is Gilbert and you know that like that mindset is just instilled in him. Like you just see Gilbert when you watch Elijah hoop, to be honest. And I just think that it gets down to the point of I care about my future and I want to be in the NBA more than anything. I don't need like it just it's gonna suck if he never puts on a USC jersey.
I I get where you're coming from, and I don't mean to like come off like I'm completely disagreeing with what you're saying. He shouldn't do the surgery that allows him to come back sooner. I don't like when players this young do that because it like you're losing 5 to 10 years off your career. Look at Eric Bledsoe. Now, if you're in your contract, you're in the NBA and you're Eric Bledsoe, and it's like, hey, there's a lot of money on the line. Yeah, be my guest and do it. But like, I don't like when players take the meniscus out of their knee as a way to get back quicker. I think he's making the right decision in terms of the recovery. I don't necessarily think it's NBA based. I just think it's basketball longevity based, which just happens to coincide with the NBA. The reason I say he goes to the league is just because Elijah Arenas never plays college basketball. I still think he's a top 20 pick, if not a lotto pick. That's how highly I think of him. And if you're only going to fall 5 to 10 spots, right? And like it was clear you were going to be a one and done, I don't think that's a far enough fall for you to go back. And he's going to be fully healthy for like the pre-draft combine and all those workouts. So it's not like teams aren't going to get a look at him. I don't buy that he is going to fall enough to want to go back.
As a big CBM and Musk guy, last thing on this because it's just really sad to discuss an injury of this magnitude. What is this like? What does this mean for USC? How much worse does this make USC?
I think you're still waiting to find out. I mean, meniscus injuries are a little odd, right? Like you can have the full surgery and be back in what, like 6, 7 months. It's not a full year thing. So, I mean, maybe he plays down the stretch of conference play. I think that's unlikely, but like maybe. I just think it's one of those situations where it's you got to take your lumps. I mean, if you're CBM, you get to go out with a bang. You get to be the primary ball handler, do your thing. If you're Rodney Rice, never been a shot you don't have to take. If you're Muss, it's a leap year. Recruit more than coach.
Yeah, it's a horrible situation. I just hope that he makes an absolute full recovery and this doesn't like hinder his career in any way, shape, or form. He's an amazing watch. He's an amazing player, and just thoughts and prayers up to the Arenas.